Sales cycles suck. And if you've been in business for any period of time, you've seen cycles come and go. You've seen periods of high growth and you've seen periods of low growth. You've had ecstatic joy because you've been making more sales than ever. And you've also had terrible nights where you might have cried yourself to sleep because you don't know how you're going to pay the bills. Why does this happen? What is this? And why is this something that so many business owners struggle with? And the reality is because business owners are not mastering sales. And I'm not just talking about overcoming objections, how to make a cold call. Business owners, they're not doing that stuff, but they also just don't understand sales cycles and how to invest in our companies the right way to make them grow, the right decisions. And so what happens is we get beat down by these glass ceilings that we have over our level of success, over our achievements, and over the revenue that we're making in our business. And what this does is this demotivates us over time. We can only get rejected from hitting consistent sales goals so many times, and we can only face that defeat and the struggle of, okay, well, I have great sales this month, but a couple months later, I have the lowest sales I've ever had. And so what I'm going to talk about in this video is how to break free from these different sales cycles generally, and how this really will impact your life and why it's worth putting forth the consistent effort, time, attention, and resources to do this. And so the first thing that you guys really need to understand, and I know you've probably heard this, and especially if you've been watching sales videos or business videos or motivational videos, but sales really is the key to unlocking freedom, not only in your business, but in your personal life.
I want my freedom.
Having consistent sales will allow you to do so much in your business and in your personal life that it will drastically change how you think, how you feel, and how you operate within your business. And these are the exact reasons why you need to master not only the sales process and sales skills, you need to master the psychology of sales and understand how these cycles work and how to navigate them and how to invest in your business properly. So that way you can overcome these cycles and start to see consistent growth and consistent sales in your business.
I would love that.
And so the first reason you want to build consistent sales in your business is it's just going to help you be a better business owner. It's going to help relieve stress. You're not going to have to be worried about paying the bills every month. You're not going to have to be worried about where's the next sale coming from and the pressures that brings. You know, when you're in that position of, oh my God, I have to pay the bills and I have to sell something in order to pay the bills, that's going to create a lot of bad sales scenarios where you're going to be taking on clients that you really shouldn't be taking on. You're going to be making discounts and promotions where you're going to be losing money, and you really probably shouldn't be doing that. It's going to discount the value of your brand. It's going to discount the value of your product or service. It's going to taint the value to your leads and customers and your audience, the people that you're marketing to and talking to. Honestly, it just makes you seem desperate. And I'm sure we've all come across this at one point or another, whether it's ourselves or whether it's people that are trying to sell to us. And you can just tell that they need to make some money. And it's just not the best look. It's not the best vibe. Now, I have no qualms with people hustling and trying to make things happen, and we all have to start from somewhere. But you want to really quickly as you can, break free from these cycles and the need of, hey, I got to sell something in order to pay the bills, because this impacts you so much personally and then how you lead the business. When you have consistent sales, you're not going to be in these positions. You're not going to be feeling stressed out. And you're going to be able to approach sales conversations a lot more healthy. You're going to be able to approach your customers from a value standpoint instead of a monetary standpoint of, oh my gosh, I have to close this deal. Like, I got to get some money from you. What can I offer you? I can offer you anything. All of these different scenarios, I probably don't have to explain this to you guys. You understand because you've probably been there and you've probably gone through these times and these periods in your business where, you just have to do what you have to do to make some money. And again, we all go through those times. You have to do what you have to do at times, but you should quickly learn from those experiences and move on and build systems, start learning the psychology of sales, start mastering the sales skills so that way you can get out of those times, not go back to them, and just focus on operating from a point of value where you're going to make the most money versus a point of need where you're just going to make the least amount of money, and it's going to be the most difficult money that you're going to have to make. The second reason why you really need to master sales psychology and sales skills is that it's going to allow you to break free from these cycles. So these cycles I see with every single business, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what product or service you sell, you're going to have cycles in your business. It's just the way business works, especially the more service-based oriented you are for home services. You're going to have a lot of cycles in your business. There's going to be seasons where people want your service more or have a need for your service more than other times. And so you have to understand this. And the goal is not to just make the low cycles equal the high cycles, as far as like, so you're flat across the board, you're making the same amount of money every month. The goal should be to increase the overall volume of your business year over year, month over month, so that way you still have high cycles and low cycles, because these are normal parts of business, but maybe your low cycles eventually equal what your high cycles used to be. So if your high cycle was 20 grand a month and your low cycle was 5 grand a month, maybe in a couple years you can have it to where your high cycle is 50 grand a month and your low cycle is 20 grand a month. This is how you want to think about structuring your business to get out of these sales cycles where you're just constantly feast or famine and get to higher levels. Because all these business sales cycles really do is they keep you in this mode where you want to spend more money when you have more money because you're trying to grow. But then as soon as you get to a point where your sales go down and you don't have as much money, you withdraw that spending, you stop marketing less. And I see this all the time with my current clients and small business owners in general. They will go through these cycles, and what you don't realize you're doing is, by not being consistent with the same marketing approach, doesn't mean you have to spend all year round. You don't have to spend in your low cycles what you would spend in your high cycle, the same amount. What you need to do is just have a consistent plan that works in any season that you're in any cycle that you're in, so you can keep consistent marketing and sales efforts and keep the leads coming in, and you'll start to see that compound month over month, year over year. And that's how you will start to get to where, hey, I'm noticing that last year in this month, which was our lowest month of the year, we did 5,000, and this year we did 10,000, right? And then maybe the second year you do 15,000. This is how you're going to start to work yourself out of those cycles and not overinvest of times of feasting and underinvest of times of famine. And this is really one of the biggest problems with these sales cycles, is it really causes us mentally to go, okay, I've got a lot of money, let me overinvest, right? And now I don't have any money, let me underinvest, because sales and marketing comes from consistent efforts, not from peaks and valleys. All you're doing when you do that is you're creating those bigger peaks and those bigger valleys, and that's just going to keep you in these sales cycles. So you need to have a consistent marketing and consistent sales approach that you can do even in your low seasons, even in your low cycles, so that way you can keep the momentum up. And what that's going to do, how that plays out tangibly in your business, is your low season will still be low. It may be a little bit higher that season because you are continuing to do your marketing and sales, but your higher season should be even higher. And that's more money that you can save or you can increase into your overall ongoing marketing and sales budget, so that way you can do consistent marketing at maybe a 10% higher level. Maybe you add in one component, one aspect, you hire one team member, whatever it is that your strategy allows. When you have that excess in those high seasons, you don't want to spend it all in that high season. You want to take a little bit of that and spread it out over a monthly basis, or whatever your billing cycle is for your content and marketing and sales strategy, and start to just slowly increase and elevate that marketing strategy. So it's going to start increasing every single month, little by little. And before you know it, now your sales are really starting to grow, and it's outpacing what you're actually spending on the marketing and sales. And continuing on that thought, another reason why you want to build consistent sales and how it will give you freedom in your business is, the more consistent that your sales are, the more you're actually able to invest in the different components of your business, not just marketing and sales, but hiring your team, buying equipment, buying software, tools that you need, investing in market research, investing in product development. All of those types of things are investments that you should be making in your business to improve the quality of your product and service, to improve the experience of your customer, and the process of getting new customers and the process of increasing the value of your customers, so that way you can make more money more consistently. And so it's this whole chicken or the egg first thing. And what it naturally comes down to is you have to build some kind of consistent marketing or sales approach that is going to help you start to slowly consistently increase your sales over a period of time, and to where you can start to have enough excess in those higher months where you can, really start to increase that consistent approach. And that's really going to impact your low seasons. And the more you increase your peak seasons, the more you're going to be able to increase your low seasons with that consistent approach, and make those investments into your marketing, make those investments into your sales. Again, along the lines of investing in your marketing in high seasons and low seasons, I see so many times small business owners will hire a bunch of staff in their high season to keep up, and then they let all that staff go in the low season. And really all they're doing is they're feeding the cycle of, okay, I'm just trying to keep up and meet demand. And what that does is when you approach these seasons, these cycles with that mentality, is you're going to eat up a lot of that extra profit that you would make in that high season, and you're going to not have that to invest to increase your low season. And so you need to think about, okay, we have this excess demand. How do we meet this demand, but in a way to where we're not over investing and we can still walk away with a good amount of profit, a good amount of revenue, so that way we can start to bolster and beef up our consistent ongoing results, and not just continue to highs and lows, overinvest, underinvest, so on and so forth.
I'm glad you're enjoying the video. If you need help with hiring, training, or managing your VAs, make sure you click the link in the description below to check out our free VA hiring workshop. If you need one-on-one help with me, click the link to schedule an appointment to see how I can help.
So how do you start to build consistent sales within your business when you're going through these different sales cycles? Well, the first thing is, as I have said previously, is you just need to go ahead and get some kind of consistent marketing and sales approach, so that way you have some consistent presence and some consistent pressure on the front end of your business to keep growth happening, even if it's minuscule, but making sure that you can afford it and you can do it consistently in your high seasons and low seasons. Again, the challenge there in your high seasons is that you're just busy, right? And so the tendency there is to take the foot off the gas when it comes to, putting forth marketing and sales efforts. You kind of just coast into implementation mode. You cannot do that, because then that reduces the amount of additional growth in customers you're going to get in your low season. And the tendency is to, in low season, to stop putting forth effort and resources into growth, because you're contracting now because you don't have enough resources monetarily, or staff, or whatever it is. You usually have more than enough time, you just don't have the money or the staff. And in contrast, when it comes to the low season, the tendency is to take the foot off the gas when it comes to investing people, resources, and monetary resources, because you just don't have it. And so you have plenty of time, but now you don't have the money or the people in order to do this marketing and sales consistent. So you have to figure out what that strategy is that you can do consistently, no matter what, every month, every season, every cycle. And that's what's going to help you start to elevate those different seasons in your business and allow you to make more money in each season. Now, along with making sure that you're investing consistently into a marketing and sales strategy, you need to be focused on offering solutions and not just a product or service. This is really going to help make sure that your marketing and sales strategy, the effort that you're putting forth, is really aligning with the best customer, the most valuable customer to your business, and the customer at the right time when they have the need. So many times business owners want to focus on what the product is or what the service is and the benefits and features of that product or service. And they don't want to focus on, hey, is this a good overall solution that's going to help my customer solve this problem and elevate them to a higher level of problem or a different problem, because now they've got that primary problem resolved. And that's the other thing. You want to make sure that this solution you're offering is solving a primary problem that they have. You don't want to be focused on all of these micro problems that your customer has just because you can offer them a solution. This is going to make your marketing and your sales messaging and efforts really stretch thin because you're trying to cover so many different topics, so many different messages, so many different products and services. You want to focus on one core problem and solution that you offer when you're a small business and you're trying to grow and you're trying to scale and you're trying to get out of these different sales cycles or get to a point where these sales cycles don't really affect how you're able to grow in your company. You need to be focused on that primary solution, because it's going to help make that marketing strategy and sales strategy that you're doing consistently streamlined. You're going to be able to test it more and be more effective with it. And it's going to just attract the customers that are ready to do business with you right now because that is their primary need. Now, one mistake I see small business owners making all the time is trying to run offers, discounts, promotions in their low seasons because they're trying to get more sales. Or even in their high seasons, they see, hey, we got some momentum. Let's just see how far we can take this thing and maybe offer some discounts or promotions or something like that. And what really happens is most small business owners do this really wrong. They give away too much value, or they are too aggressive with their discounts. And what it does is it just honestly makes them seem like they are spammy or scammy, or just devalue their brand and make it seem like the product or service that they actually offer is not as valuable as what they're trying to market it as the rest of the time. And so when it comes to offers, discounts, promotions, sales, you really need to make sure that you're offering these at the right time. What is the right time to offer these? It is when your customer is on the verge of doing more engagement with you, trying to buy more things, and you want to encourage that additional engagement, that additional value exchange. That's a great time to offer these discounts, promotions, and offers. So instead of maybe just buying one service, maybe they're thinking about buying a bundle of services. Maybe they're thinking about buying multiple products from you. Maybe they're thinking about how this problem can not only just help them once, but maybe they need your product or service multiple times, right? That's when you can offer a discount, promotion, offer that's really going to add a lot more value to your business. Again, we don't want to be in this mindset of, oh, I have to pay my bills, or, oh, I have to make some money, so let me offer a discount real quick and see if I can get this customer to give me some money, and I'm just discounting the thing that I charge a normal price for. All that does is devalue your product or service, devalue your brand and your marketing message and your sales tactics. What you want to do is say, hey, I don't discount services because this is what my service and my product costs in order for me to do for you. But if you want to look at some other solutions, if you are looking at some other solutions and you want to bundle and you want to do more value exchange, you want to do more engagement from me, you want to buy more stuff from me, then we can look at a potential discount because there's a higher level of value there, a higher level of engagement. And now that little bit of discount is not just pulling money out of your pocket, it's increasing the value for your customer, right? So now it's not like normally you charge X amount and now you're charging this, or, hey, you only charged me this in the past, and so why would I pay more for it now? Or, hey, heard that you charge so-and-so only so much. Why are you trying to charge me more? It avoids all these scenarios when you offer your discounts, offers, promotions in the right way at the right time, because then you can justify and say, well, they bought these 3 services or these 3 products together. If you want to buy those same 3 things, we can give you that discount because there's more of a value exchange. So don't just always jump to offering discounts, offers, promotions in order just to get some sales. Again, this is why you want to break free from these cycles so you don't have to be in these positions. You want to offer those at the right time so you can maintain the value of your brand, your product, your service, maintain the image that you provide a really high quality product service, and continue to make the most amount of money you can off of that value and from the clients that want to pay you because they have a need right then. And the last tip I'll give you that really comes down to a mindset I heard someone say once is don't work for the same dollar twice. Okay. And so what does this mean? Well, it means you already are spending some time, effort, money, resources on getting customers into your business and getting them to buy your initial products or services. So don't work for the same dollar twice means you have that customer in, don't do a shitty job on delivering that product or service and have to redo that. Make sure you have systems and processes and team in place in order to be able to facilitate that quality delivery, so that way you don't have to fix a bunch of mistakes, you don't have to make a bunch of reparations to your clients, you don't have to do refunds and things like that. that is working for your dollar twice. You want to make sure that you're delivering a high quality product or service. And this feeds into that idea of don't take on too many customers if you can't really facilitate them at a high level for your high seasons, because that's just going to leave with a tampered brand image. That's going to leave with, possibly negative reviews or sour reviews and lack of referrals. You want to really make sure that you're continuously delivering at a very high quality. Also, you already spent some time, effort, energy, money, and resources on getting these customers. How can you now take these customers and solve that initial main pain point, that initial problem, and find solutions for the next problem that they have and create a higher value point, a higher value exchange? So now that money that you spent to acquire that customer, you're not just offering them one product or service one time. Now you have a solution to get them in, but now you're starting to make recurring money on that customer and that initial money you spent. So if your cost to acquire a customer is $100, you don't want to just make $250 with that customer. You want to maybe make $250 one time, and then you want to figure out how you can make recurring money every single month, so that way your return on investment is much greater. You're going to have a lot more money to invest in your marketing and your sales strategy and just your business in general. And it's going to dramatically increase the profitability and amount of resources that you have within your company. Hey guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you got some value out of that, make sure you go ahead and let me know by leaving a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, and comments down in the comments section. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. We release 3 videos a week, one on sales, one on marketing, and one on VAs. And of course, if you want to check out some of our services or products, check out the links in the description, as well as you can find information on one-on-one coaching and consulting with me, where we can dive into the specific strategies and solutions that you need in order to take your business from 6 figures to 7 figures, or low 7 figures to more 7 figures.